What is up, trophy hunters? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another one of those awesome subscriber trophy list reviews, and we have got a monster of a list today. So today's list is provided by Shaz, a big friend of the channel, and he is an absolute monster at trophy hunting. Let's just look at the stats. 9,240 trophies, 200 platinums. Look at that. Unbelievable milestone to reach. Over 1,000 golds, well over 2,000 silvers, and well over 5,000 bronze trophies. I have just about 4,000 trophies in total, and this dude has nearly 6,000 bronze trophies. And for that many platinums, look at this. A completion percentage of 90.79%, which is very amazing. Bear in mind there's 264 games played, 214 are completed. Shaz averages 20.22 trophies per day. That is so impressive. Like, the average game is what, 40 to 50 trophies normally, the average kind of longish AAA type game. And so you're like averaging half a game's worth of trophies every day. And in terms of country rank, Shaz is in the top 3,000 of our country, the good old UK. That is very, very impressive. Somewhere I'd like to get to one day, but I need at least another 120 odd platinums. One thing I want to bring your attention to here is this line he has got under his profile: I do games quick sometimes. And that is a theme of this trophy list. This guy not only gets loads of platinums, he does them quick. So a few more stats before we start. 200 plats, as you know, over 45 ultra rare platinum trophies, and 20 of these platinums are Call of Duty games, which I think is absolutely insane because some of those are very difficult, the veteran mode, etc., zombies, and also a lot of it relies on multiplayer and online. And Shaz's account is the only account and the only person I know that has got a platinum trophy on every PlayStation format available. So PS3, PS4, PS5, PS Vita, VR1, and VR2. So all the 6 different ways you can get a platinum, he has done it. So let's go down to the bottom, because there's so many platinums I can't obviously go through every game, but I have picked out many a few that I'm going to highlight. So the journey begins with Jack 2. By the way, this count began in 2022, so it's just over a year old, and unbelievable how many platinums you have. Like, I thought I was some special guy getting 60 odd platinums in a year, but you know, this is just something else. Shadow Warrior 3, this came on for free on PS Plus a few months back, and I played it. So much fun, guys. If you really want a very, very fun game, this is the one to get, and quite a straightforward platinum. It's a very entertaining first-person shooter in the Doom type mode in terms of arenas and stuff, and you have all kinds of other weapons and magic abilities, and the main character is very funny. So, and then Shaz did the Subnautica trilogy, so platinum Subnautica 3 different times, with, I don't know what you call it, it's different, not time zones, but regions, that's it, the different regions. You don't often see a Sims platinum on the trophy list, so nice to see that. And then the COD journey begins. So this is the first of many Call of Duty platinums we will see, and they're all very impressive. I think this is the one that I'm stuck on, so nicely done within a day as well. Nicely done for sure. It Takes Two, awesome game. If you have someone you can co-op with, you've got to play this game. I think I've mentioned it before. I think I made a platinum guide on it as well, which has like 42 views. This is definitely a game you want to play. I presume you've done that thing. I think Shaz is very good at, you know how you can set up your trophies, don't pop them, but you set them up so there's only like one little thing to do, and then you can just pop them all really quickly close together, and then it looks like you got the platinum really quickly. I'm very bad at that. I tried it recently on Tacoma and I couldn't do it. So I think you've done that on this, because In this game, it's all miscellaneous trophies, and then there's just one for finishing the game. Then this is a big platinum, one that I'm very jealous of and shocked how quick you did it. So Titanfall 2, 6 out of 10. It has, I think, 3 multiplayer trophies, which I've done, got out the way. You have the single player, which you have to play on the hardest mode, a few collectibles, and then there is the infamous Gauntlet trophy. If you guys have time on YouTube, search the Titanfall 2 Gauntlet trophy. You have to complete this gauntlet in like 32 seconds, and there's wall climbing, jumping. You have to kill every single enemy. They're all stationary. It's all dummies. No one's shooting at you, but it's a very hard bronze. A Way Out is a really good game. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. I don't really see this very often on the trophy list. Definitely one that I might have to check out for myself. Then you did Jack 3 and then Shadow Warrior 3 again. This is an interesting one. This is a game I own on the Vita. So this is the one Call of Duty game that they made bespoke for the Vita, Black Ops Declassified. And it's an ultra rare platinum. And it's one that I really want to do, but I think it's just quite tricky on the Vita because, for example, you only have 2 triggers compared to the normal 4 on a controller. You only have one R button, one L button. So to throw a grenade, you have to like use the touch screen, which I think can be awkward. So yeah, I'll be interested to know how hard you found this one to do. I mean, you got it done in a week and 2 days, but it's one I want to try eventually. Then on to Resident Evil Village. I think this is a game we were discussing in a live stream recently. Done this in 3 days and an hour, which is very impressive. It took me 3 or 4 weeks. So that's 3 playthroughs and the Mercenaries mode. Very good game. A game that really grew on me. I really liked it. And I'm possibly considering doing it again on the PS4. You did it the other way and went and did it on the PS5. Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls. 60-hour game, 6 out of 10. I presume Shaz just didn't sleep, didn't eat, didn't drink water, no toilet breaks, nothing, just straight from start to finish, from the first bronze to the platinum. Nicely done. Goat Simulator. I think this is the one with that flappy goat trophy that's really tricky, apparently. Not tricky for you, but tricky for some people. Then Wolfenstein The New Order, which is the first of like the modern Wolfenstein games. Hard game, a game I play from time to time, but you have to do it on the hardest difficulty, and you got to do loads of different challenges as well. So there's quite a few and a lot of collectibles, so quite a bit to do. BioShock, this is a really great platinum to have, really good one. I remember playing this game first on the PS3 and I was just blown away by it. It's rated at 4 out of 10, but I think it's a bit harder than that. But then every game is harder than what people tell me when it comes to the ratings. But yeah, this is a really good game. I presume you just played it straight on the hardest difficulty instead of doing like 2 playthroughs. Call of Duty World War II, 70-hour platinum, 6 out of 10. Loads of multiplayer, done in 2 weeks. Very, very nice. Sifu done back in 2022. I heard somewhere that there's like a patch done, so the platinum is a bit easier now. I don't know the details because I don't own this game, but therefore I'm presuming you did it the hard way when it first came out. This looks like a cool game and quite a little tricky platinum, so nicely done. Well done on that one. I think I'll wait for it to come on PS Plus one day, then I will try it out. And then you did the BioShock sequel, BioShock 2, very nice. Creed Rise to Glory, Siphon Filter. This is available through PS Plus Premium. So good to see people getting trophies on those games. And then Vampire the Masquerade Blood Hunt. This is quite a big multiplayer grind. 100 hours, loads of online multiplayer trophies. So nice to see you persevere and crack on and get that done over the course of a month. The Forest, I've heard good things about this game. Battlefield, nice to see a Battlefield platinum in amongst the CODs. And then there's Subnautica again. You really like this game. Call of Duty Infinite Warfare, 7 out of 10, 70 hours. Again, nicely done in less than a month. Modern Warfare 3, another one, 7 out of 10. Less on the hours, but Nevertheless, done again within the same period, really. So doing both the Call of Duties at the same time. I didn't know you can get a platinum for Kung Fu Panda. That is pretty cool. And we come to a very special one, which I really have to highlight. This is so impressive. So if any of you played Returnal, you will know how hard the game is just as itself, forgetting the platinum. It's a very, very hard game. And my guy has done this in 1 day and 10 hours. This is unbelievable. This is like some platinum Terminator vibe. It's rated at 60 hours and 6 out of 10. This is not a 6 out of 10. I don't know how this gets rated at 6 out of 10 when Resident Evil 4 is also 6 out of 10. Arkham Asylum, this is way harder. Like, to me, this is like a 10 out of 10 in my world for, my gaming abilities. It's also randomized, so every time you go into a level, everything moves around and you don't always get the right equipment. If you die, you have to start from the beginning of the game or halfway through the game, depending on how far you've got in. And all the collectibles are RNG. So this is relentless. This is well done to you. This is really good. Very impressive. Then we got Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl. I do see this sometimes, either on the PS Store or PS Plus. And I know it'll be a fun game to do. I did watch a bit of Nickelodeon growing up, so I think I might have to put that on the list as well. Sly Cooper is a game that I really want to get a hold of. Probably on the Vita, but it's quite rare to get in the UK. And then Resident Evil 3, done in 4 hours and 9 minutes. This is doable. I've seen some people have done like playthroughs where they get the platinum in one playthrough, but you have to play it on the hardest difficulty. And obviously, because you didn't play it before, you haven't got like bonus items to use and stuff. So you've basically done this the hardest way possible. So nice one for that. And then you went and did it again. You got a platinum in Olympic Games, Tokyo 2020. Well done. You deserve a gold medal for that. See what I did there? Dead Island as well. And then Hitman Absolution. This was a game I put a lot of hours into on the PS3 version. This was a game that when I got a secondhand PS3 again last year just to play a few classics. I made sure I got a copy of this. And then I realized you can't get the platinum anymore on the PS3 version, I think, because the servers are shut down. And there's a few annoying online trophies that just don't need to be there. This is I enjoyed playing this. It's a weird Hitman game. I think it has an odd reputation, but it is quite fun to play. So very nice platinum to get, and again within a day. And that's getting all the challenges, all the different play styles, getting Silent Assassin on all the missions, collecting all the weapons, I believe, as well. Artful Escape, I've got that through PS Plus, but I need to do it. It takes 4 hours, but you took 14 hours because you're probably platinuming another game in the background on your Vita or something. The Quarry, this is one that I want to try out, a very heavily narrative-driven game. Definitely one that I want to check out. And then another ultra rare platinum, Call of Duty Black Ops 4. 7 out of 10, 150 hours, 1 week, 1 day. Very, very impressive. Very good. I feel like by the time we get to the end of this list, like we're all going to request to see Shaz live stream some Call of Duty gameplay to watch how good he is. And then we've got Marvel Spider-Man. I know you're a big fan of that. You said that you're looking out for the new game that's coming out this year that everyone's excited for. Crisis 2. I've only ever done Crisis 1 and I liked it. I didn't enjoy it as much as I thought I would, but I feel like I should give number 2 a chance as well, because I guess it'll only get better in terms of gameplay, mechanics, etc. And then on to one of my all-time favorite Call of Duties, Black Ops. This was like my first proper multiplayer COD because I was very late to getting a PSN account and going online. I don't know why. Very late to it. I love this game. I thought it was really, really good. The guns were amazing. Some of the maps were brilliant. I think this is the first game where you got Nuketown, maybe. And it says only 20 hours, but I don't know if that's I don't know if that's fair because I think there's zombies in here, the online trophies and the veteran mode, but I guess it is. You did it in 1 day in 2 hours in 2022, which is really good. I did put it on last year and I was so happy to see multiplayer is as busy as it was all those years ago. So it's clearly a popular game and withstood the test of time. And then we've got a couple of stray cats here. So 4 strays in a row. This was a very popular platinum last year. Came on for free on PS Plus. It's kind of like a 1 day platinum. Requires 2 playthroughs or one. There's a speed run that you have to do, but it's, you know, if you're playing the first time, you want to play it once just to get an idea of it. Nice, charming game for sure. Kick-Ass 2 on the PS3. Don't see this pop up quite often. Serious Sam. Don't see Serious Sam games come up quite often. I have considered getting into these because I do like myself a first-person shooter. So yeah, that's a nice one. Again, done within a day. Call of Duty Vanguard. 3.5 days. 50 hours. 5 out of 10. I'm sure it's probably harder than that. Then Minecraft on the PS3 and the PS4. That's a nice one to get, a very popular game. Xenon Valkyrie, back to back, nicely done. Call of Duty Ghosts, 4 out of 10, 30 hours. And then Xenon on the PS4 again. And then Vanguard, Monopoly Madness, Stray. Then we got Override, Stick Fight. Werewolf, The Apocalypse, Earthblood. This was a game I think I got for free via the PS Plus subscription, and I did think about doing it. It kind of looks cool. Like the main character can change into a werewolf, and then you can swap back and forth between not into a werewolf, into a wolf. I can't remember. I think you change into a wolf, and you can go through vents and stuff and sneak up on enemies. But I think it's one of those games where there's no chapter select, and if you miss a collectible, you have to play the whole game all over again. I think that put me off because sometimes you just want to play a game and not worry about the collectibles. You want to be able to just use chapter select and go back. You don't want to kind of keep a guide by the side just so you can save time. So yeah, I think that's what kind of put me off, but nice one on getting that. Absolver, 7 out of 10, 60 hours. Boom, done in a day in 4 hours. Then we got some VR platinums. The more and more I'm seeing more and more like VR content, and like when I see like I think it's Gran Turismo, it looks amazing, and I see people with the wheel. And Resident Evil 4, which is my favorite game of the year so far, has a VR version coming up. I'm slowly starting to think about maybe getting the VR for the PS5. Like, it's not something I'd normally be into. I kind of like games where they are, but I don't know. I'm more and more thinking about it, but it's also another way to get platinums. Look at these. Cool Painter, V-Rock, Wolfenstein Cyber Pilot. I didn't know that was a VR game. I didn't know there was a Wolfenstein VR game, but that is pretty cool. Electronauts, Just in Time Incorporated. Then we get another COD, Modern Warfare 2, Campaign Remastered. Very nice. Then That's You, Frantics, Monopoly Madness, Call of Duty Ghost again, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. I'm not really that into Borderlands. And this is a game that I kind of did think about getting, but I think a lot of people did say that if you haven't played Borderlands, some of it might go over your head, but it does look pretty cool visually. I think this is one that hopefully comes on PS Plus one day and I can try it out. But it does look cool. Looks like a lot of fun. Again, done that in 4 days. And then Deathloop, you took your time with, did it over 5 months. I think if you've seen me talk about this before, it didn't gel with me, this game. It just didn't click. But maybe I should go back to it one day with a clear head and just try it again. But yeah, I just didn't get it. I didn't get into it. Sonic Origins. Is this like the original Sega Sonic 1 and 2 and 3? Because if it is, I might have to look into that. 2 out of 10, 7 hours. I wouldn't mind. It would be quite nice to have a Sonic Platinum actually, just for like memories and nostalgia. But yeah, that is pretty cool. Then we've got Override, Mech City Brawl, SpongeBob, Plankton's Robotic Revenge on the PS3, Bioshock again on the PS3, and then Bioshock. You really like Bioshock. I mean, it's a great game. It's a great game. Do not blame you. I'm going to say this wrong. Terraria. Probably said that wrong. 8 out of 10. 200 hours. That is, yeah, something else. That is very, very impressive. I think you might have done this twice as well. I think it shows up either before or after on the list, but with the Japanese name, I think. I might be wrong, but yeah, that is another very impressive one. Did the Bioshock 2 again on PS4 in a different region. And then COD Modern Warfare 2. This is the latest game, I think, the new one. 5 out of 10, 15 hours. I think with this one, it is just the veteran mode, but there is some co-op trophies. Then Dead Island again. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, the original. Nice to see. PS3. So you've done the original and you did the remastered. That is pretty cool. Bulletstorm Full Clip Edition. I've heard this is a cool game. And then Evil West. This is a game that I didn't know about until very, very recently. And I picked up a physical copy secondhand. And it's like, this is going to sound dumb, but it's like Red Dead meets Resident Evil. It's like you fight kind of zombies and those types of creatures. And there's loads of cool guns. Third person shooter, but yeah, this is a game that I definitely want to try and platinum. It takes 2 playthroughs, one on a difficult setting, and I think you need 2 playthroughs to upgrade all the guns, if I remember correctly reading the trophy guide. But nice to see you got this and you did it within 2 days, and then again in a day once you knew the game. So that is one that I want to try fairly soon, actually. The Callisto Protocol done in 1 day, 5 hours. That sounds about right. Like, this game is so short. This game looks so good, sounds so good, plays quite well, but yeah, it's just so short. It's unnecessarily short. Maybe it's looking at your list makes me want to maybe do the PS4 one as well and get myself another platinum and play it again. Ghostbusters, Spirit Unleashed. I've heard this is a deceptively hard platinum. Like, I think you have to do a difficulty playthrough, a hard difficulty, and it is quite tricky at times. Back to the Future, the game. This sounds quite awesome. It's another one I'm going to add to my list to look into as well. And then another very, very big platinum, ultra rare. 8 out of 10, 100 hours, Call of Duty, Black Ops 3, 2 days, 6 hours, insanity, absolutely insanity. If I did this, it'd be 2 lifetimes in 6 hours. Yeah, this is very, very, very impressive. Then Bunny Raiders. I remember talking about this in the comments with one of you wonderful subscribers. I think it's a free game on the PlayStation for everyone. And looks kind of cool. Rubber Bandits is a cool game. Got some online multiplayer that you have to do. This is a great name of a game. Guns, Gore, and Cannoli 2. What the Dub, Garfield Lasagna Party, and then yeah, I was right. This is I think this is Terraria Japanese version. So if one wasn't enough, you went and did an 8 out of 10 200 hour platinum twice. Very well done. And again did Black Ops 3 again on the PS4. Crazy. For me, if I've done a massive platinum like that, I'll just be going on about it non-stop. But instead of, like, playing it again and doing it again on the PS4, it's crazy. Rollerdrome. This is a cool game. I thought about getting this. It is really cool. I think someone once described it as like Tony Hawk with guns. It's got a very cool art style, and yeah, you skate around and take down enemies. It's pretty cool looking game, and you did it in 1 day, and it's only 10 hours, so maybe that's one for me to pick up if it comes on PS Plus, or maybe it already is. I need to check, but that is definitely a cool game. Modern Warfare 2 again on the PS4 this time. Skater XL, that's a game to look into if you like skating games and you don't want to do the pain that is the Tony Hawk's Platinum. Back for Blood, this is a co-op game and 9 out of 10, 100 hours. I think it's more than co-op. Is it like you're a group of 4 players battling against everyone? But yeah, that is cool. And you did them both basically at the same time. So working on both the games over a period of 7 to 9 months. And then pop the trophy on the same day. Very nicely done. Medal of Honor Warfighter. I haven't seen a Medal of Honor Platinum. I don't think I've ever seen one on these trophy lists. 8 out of 10, 80 hours, done in a day and a bit. A day and 8 hours. Crazy. Shadow Warrior 3 again. You're kind of making me want to maybe go back and get the PS4 version. Or whichever version I didn't do. I can't remember if it was PS4 or PS5. Swordsman. Yeah, I've seen people talking about this Platinum recently. This looks like an interesting game on VR. PS5, the new VR. 4 hours, 13 minutes. Job Simulator on VR. That must be quite interesting. Then we got Jurassic World Aftermath Collection. PUBG Battlegrounds. I don't see PUBG show up often on the trophy lists. 2 out of 10, but 75 hours. I bet there's a lot of grinding to do, a lot of multiplayer to get this, but that is a nice one. You know, I've never played PUBG. I should really try it once. Try the Battle Royale option that they have. Terminator Salvation. I have thought about getting this for the PS3. I mean, look at that, 11 goals. I do love games that give out loads of gold trophies. I'm a sucker for that. And it is basically like a 1-day platinum or 1 to 2 days. And then another very, very serious platinum. Fall Guys Ultimate Knockout, 10 out of 10, 60 hours done over basically 4 days. Unbelievable. It's a very, very difficult platinum and all of it like online multiplayer. So yeah, very, very nicely done. Then we got Brawl Out. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga collection. I saw this pop up on a YouTube video the other day and it did look really cool, really retro. I think it's like a few games in one, if I understood correctly. Wouldn't be bad to have a little cheeky Turtles Platinum. That'd be quite nice. Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, PS3 and PS4 worked on kind of simultaneously. Very nicely done. Dead Space is the one of the platinums that I got this year, and I did it quicker than you, which is probably the only time I'll ever get a platinum quicker than you. Good game. Very solid game. Not sure why the ratings are coming up, but it's like 5 out of 10. Requires 2 playthroughs and a bit of grinding to upgrade your weapons and your skill trees, etc. Good game. Very, very good game. Really enjoyed that one. And then Dead Island 2, which you did really quickly. I kind of did a preview of this for the Platinum, and I think I'd bought a few games around that time, and I just didn't want to commit because I didn't want to get this, and it did look very repetitive. I guess you know what you're getting when you get this game, but I think eventually I will get round to it. But it did look quite cool, and they seemed to have a really interesting world with loads of cool kind of characters and stuff. But yeah, you went and did that back to back on the PS4 and PS5. And then you did Arcadegeddon. I can't say this. Arcadegeddon. 60 hours, which you did over the course of 9 months. Nicely done. Tekken 7. Done in 1 day. I guess it is a 10-hour, but kind of nicely done. 5.5 hours. Far Cry 4 done in 1 day, 18 hours. That's crazy. And that has multiplayer trophies as well. There's an even better one coming up in terms of Far Cry. Crisis done in 5 hours. That is like mental. I guess if you know the game and you know how it works and you're good at it, I guess so. But yeah, it took me, I don't know how long. It took me a few weeks to do maybe. Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is apparently going to be our monthly game. it might already even be out when this video comes out, but yeah, it is our monthly game for July, and I'm looking forward to this because I never played it. I've heard great things about it, and if the multiplayer is like busy, I might try and attempt to go for the platinum, but obviously it's 7 out of 10, 70 hours. I've heard there's quite a lot of different modes that you have to do. But yeah, that's a very, very nice platinum to have. Definitely one that I'm going to try out when it comes on PS Plus. Call of Duty Modern Warfare. This is probably the easiest COD platinum you can get. The reason I know it's the easiest because it's the only COD platinum that I have. Yeah, all you have to do is the veteran playthrough, and you can kind of do it in one day. But it's good. It is fun for sure. Plants vs Zombies, Garden Warfare. This game has always looked cool, but I've never actually played it. I'm trying to avoid kind of platinums that have multiplayer online trophies. Forspoken, this came out, was it this? I can't remember if it was this year. I think it was earlier this year. I've not heard that much about it since it came out, but I know kind of a lot of you subs were excited about it, and some of you enjoyed playing it. So maybe one for me to give it a chance. Doom Eternal, you did this in 5 days, 10 hours. This game is really good. I prefer the first one. The multiplayer is such a pain, honestly. It took me months to arrange people to boost with me because the multiplayer requires 3 people. Just a warning, because I think it's on PS Plus right now. If you want to go for the platinum and you want to boost the multiplayer, it takes 3 people, you and 2 more people to boost, because the multiplayer is 2 versus 1. Really annoying, but a very good game. Very good game. I think you have to do 2 playthroughs as well in the single player. Yeah, this is what I was referring to earlier. This is crazy. Far Cry 3, 13 hours. I mean, when I was reviewing your list, I was thinking about this because I've got the platinum in this game. Like, you would have, every second you play the game would have to be working towards a trophy. Like, every single second you'd have to be doing something. Even like when you ran to go to another mission start point, you'd have to be hunting animals and looting and like, yeah, that is so efficient. It took me, I think, a week to do the platinum in Far Cry 3. Then you did Primal straight after. I think this was my 4th ever platinum trophy. I'm not the biggest fan of Primal. When it comes to Far Cry, like, you need guns. They did it very well with the arrows and spears, but I like Far Cry with guns. Kind of the whole FPS part of it is what appeals to me. EA Sports UFC 4, 5 out of 10. Very, very tricky game. Probably harder than a 5 out of 10, but nicely done in just over 2 weeks. Maneater, this is a game I thought about doing, but I don't think I ever got around to it. But I do know it's quite popular with the trophy hunters. We did that twice. Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon Breakpoint, 3 out of 10, 30 hours, but still to do that in, again, a day and a half, which is the theme of this list, getting games done very quickly. And then for platinum number 200, Shaz went for Spider-Man Miles Morales, which he achieved in a day and 3 hours. Very impressive. I've still yet to play that, but yeah, nice. So now you're up to date and ready for Spider-Man 2 when it comes out, probably in a few months now. It's getting close. So that is the trophy list. I think it is very, very impressive. I think the highlight for me is the Returnal in a day, and I think, was it 10 hours? I think that's crazy. And then also the amount of COD platinums you have is very, very, very good. Yeah, 200 platinums is just absolutely insane. So well done on getting 200. And when I started putting together the review, I think you were at like 198. And part of me did think, I was like, should I just delay this? And then it worked out really well. Like, the next time I looked, you got to 200. And I was like, perfect. I'm about to record the video soon. So it worked out very well. Yeah, well done on 200 platinums. I wonder how quick it is before you get to 300. Probably be by the end of the year at the rate you're going. Thank you for submitting your account for review, Shaz. Really appreciate it. And in general, thanks for the love you showed to the channel and on the live streams. So as always, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. I've got quite a few to work through, but I've got you all, I think, in the order that you've asked me, and I'm going to be working hard over the coming weeks to get much more trophy list reviews out there. So thank you so much for your patience and support that you show the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. If you're enjoying watching content like this, please subscribe to the channel. That'd be amazing. And as always, thank you for watching. See you on the next one. Take care.